Okay, good evening everybody. Welcome to extraordinary meeting of council. Thank you for all interrupting your holidays, etc. to come this evening. We have apologies for absence.
There's apologies from Councillor Harvey, Councillor Haydock, Councillor Shapen and Councillor Singh.
We accept those? Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, any declarations of interest? Any matters which are on this agenda? Councillor Searchbury.
I could declare an interest in it in case I get to talk from it.
Okay, item 3, planning application for land adjacent to 73 Morton Road. Variation of condition 1 related to application for appearance, landscaping, layout and scale of residential development 12 dwellings. I hope you all have a look at the report that Catherine has very kindly given us, covering the points on it. I think as far as I can make out, it basically is a changing the numbers of the plots on the property. Catherine, have you got anything you'd like to add on that?
No, that's exactly as it is.
Yeah. Okay, so anybody got any comments?
Yes, please.
Roger.
As this is a variation, I think that we should be asking the developer to put a footway in. There's no, as you come out of the access, there's no footway in the side,
Yeah.
so pedestrians from that side will have to come out onto a live carriageway. I would like to suggest that we go through the Buckinghamshire Council, is from where the road bends round to form a footway from that corner through the trees to the along what was the existing access to Roxwell, because that joins up with the path that runs in front of Western Avenue.
Okay.
The other thing as well is the materials aren't particularly brilliant, and as we're trying to obtain dwellings that actually relate to Buckingham in our design codes and also the Buckinghamshire design guide, then in my opinion, what they should be doing is using natural wood materials. The bricks are okay, but they need to use plain clay tiles and natural slate. And also, because of where it is on Morton Road, it's together with a lot of older houses, which have all got chimneys. So I think we should be asking for chimneys on every house, as which we're doing in our design phase.
Okay, Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. Catherine, can you give us guidance as to where this plan actually is? I believe it's already been passed, hasn't it, by this?
Yes, these are the reserved matters that belong to the deserve. You have the outline plan,
Yeah.
you have the detailed plan.
Yeah.
There are things that are left as reserved matters to be agreed as discharge of conditions.
Yeah.
So we're in between 2 and 3 at the moment, so changes can be made. Okay,
so we can ask for those things to be changed.
And the part that Mr. Councillor Moore has suggested is around the land that is not part of the development, so that would make difficulties and hold things up a bit. I think it makes a lot of sense to go through to Western Avenue, because then you're not having well, particularly say storage problem, crossing the Morton Road at an extremely dangerous place with no visibility much on the way.
Yeah.
But we've tried this before. This application goes back to 2015, so we've had several of those. And we tried because it was actually ABDC land that Roger's talking about. It was a garage court on Western Avenue. And it come very, very close to that new bend in the access road. We could run straight and level and come out of Western Avenue where you've got the visibility each way on the road. I would like, if members are minded that way, to try and emphasise that again.
Thank you, Catherine. Councillor Troy?
No, I think this is a wonderful and really good suggestion by Councillor Newell. We have, over many planning applications from various vendors, have had changes. So I don't see why we shouldn't have a change now, because I hate all this creepage, and it's about time we got our own back. So these are really good with the chimneys and the footpath. I think they are brilliant observations, together with the roof tiles. They're not out of keeping. They fit our plan and our guidance. So I think we ought to take this opportunity to go for it.
Thank you. Please.
Thank you. Yeah, because if we think about the Tinswick Road estate and how we were kicking ourselves about the street lighting, that wasn't asked for at the right time. So this is the right time to ask, and Councillor Roger Newell is absolutely correct.
Okay. Anybody else? There is a proposal from Councillor Newell again, seconded by Councillor Arnold, that we are we
Buckingham for a couple of blocks.
yeah.
So, yes.
So are we proposing we support on the but with those conditions, those additional conditions? Is that right? Can we do that, Catherine?
Members rarely go as far as supporting.
Right, okay. But no,
I mean, given that we have a certain amount of enthusiasm on certain points,
yeah,
I think no objections, but would
but we would like to see,
note the following.
or do we want to object with on those points?
I think objecting to a pretty well done deed is, I think no objections, but list our concerns, ongoing concerns.
Okay. Right, so are you happy with that, Roger, as a proposal?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, excellent. And seconded by Councillor Ahmed. All those in favour? Anyone against? And abstention from Councillor Stepsbury. Okay, so I think we've got that one out of the way. Excellent. Now we come on to the amended plans for land off Osier Way, east of Corporate Road and south of Buckingham Ring Road. This is quite complex. It's spaced through 434 dwellings out of the approved 420. There are alterations on it. Anything you'd like to point out, Catherine?
Just that the highways response came in after I've written my report, and there are several points that the highways officer is not happy about at all.
Okay. Are you able to elucidate on that?
Well, there are it's a degree of carelessness. There are
Do sit down, Catherine.
It's
Please sit down.
I did bring a stick with me, so I've got to stand up or I can't.
Okay, all right.
There are, for example, the terrace of houses. They've all got nice little front paths. They've got a nice front path that links a lot of them. It makes the postman's job a bit easier. There's no link path to the public path along the road. So you're going to, if you come out of your house with your tram or whatever, you're going to have to cross a verge in order to get. There are places where there is roadside planting, which actually obstructs somebody's front path or their drive. There's a link path goes out of the corner of the estate towards the roundabout on the Golcott Road in that sort of way. it doesn't fit nicely with the road plan. It's just not been thought about. And I have to say that he's made a good 2.5 sides of conversation about this, listing every plot number that there is everything on. I think he's done it.
Thank you, Catherine. Comments from Councillor Newell?
Me again, sorry.
Right. Don't want to ask.
There's a couple of issues here, more than that. Firstly, this is a reserve matters application following the original planning consent. Now, with the reserve matters, you're supposed to submit everything that is reserved. And in this application, they haven't done that. There's no landscape. And Catherine's written all the stuff down in the report that's missing. So I would question the validity of this application. I personally don't think it should have been registered by the council, because they haven't submitted the reserve matters that they're provided to by the original planning commission. So that's that. So that's what I would suggest, from my opinion is of this. Coming back to materials again, if you read the materials plan, it's like a 2-tier system. So you've got nice stock bricks for probably the bigger houses, and everybody else has got the cheap wire cut ones, and they are horrible. We've all seen them, they're dreadful things. So I don't think that's acceptable. They got on the first application where they're building now, they have used some quite acceptable materials, not perfect. So I think that the materials, that all of them, roof coverings, bricks, are not suitable, for what we're looking for. I know there's a lot of criticism of Lace Hill development, but they used natural materials there. They're all stock bricks, clay tiles, slate, and here they're trying to do it on the cheap, which I don't think we should accept, personally, anyway. There's an issue that Catherine's highlighted about the bins, which is not only does it affect the council's refuse offices, so that shouldn't be adopted. And I think, although technically it's not really a planning issue, if I was the Buckinghamshire Council highlight this, then that needs to be done. Chimneys again, there's only 34 of all these houses that got chimneys, so that needs to be increased significantly. I think that was it. Oh, there's an issue with the hedgerow between Gorcott Fields and the new development. There's a hedgerow there, and they put in a solid fence on the rear plots of those houses that run along the back on the thing. So this hedgerow, which we asked originally to be kept, is going to be squashed between 2 solid barriers, and it's going to die, and it's a wildlife corridor, so that's going to be destroyed. But to me, they should remove the solid fencing on those rear gardens, because you've got security by back gardens onto back gardens. Normally you close the ends off, then that shouldn't be a problem. So that would help to hopefully maintain the hedgerow. I think that was it. Materials, hedgerow, and all the other things. But my main issue is I don't think it's a kind of application. I think it's worth us asking Buckingham why they accepted this with reserve members missing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Based on that and the substantive changes, should we not call this in? Catherine?
Calling in when it's, is that a possibility? that something that we,
It's something we can do, certainly.
yeah. Councillor Draper,
If that was a proposal, I'll second it.
on the grounds,
Substantial changes.
okay. Do we believe they are substantive?
I would say, not only have they got to be substantive, you've got to be material reasons for calling. Just can't call it in. And the only housing mixed density change, there's a 1 extra 5-bedroomed house. And I think there's one less 2-bedroomed house. The number of affordable homes is the same. It's only the layout, it's amendment, not substantial. You can ask for a call in, it's the right.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Councillor Draper,
So the point I was going to say, you can, again, it's something that really irritates me, the fact that you can see on the original plans, the amended plans, where they've moved the affordable housing around, where previously you had started to denote that there was higher quality building materials. Because there's now affordable housing there, they've gone for the cheap material, and it's just something that really, there's meant to be, is it tenure blindness? Blindness of tenure, but if you're using cheap, shoddy materials, which the wide cut bricks are, we've all seen the state they're getting after only a number of years. I mean, even St Rumbold's Fields, you can see the mortar's falling out, the bricks are crumbling. So I would say that there's the fact that they've not only they haven't just scattered where they're going to put the high quality materials blindly, because they've moved now the stars where they were going to use the high quality building materials, because they've now put affordable housing there. And that to me doesn't suggest blindness of tender. That to me suggests a deliberate act to use lower quality building materials because it is social and affordable housing. Which I don't think is right. I don't know if there's a legal basis for it.
Councillor Shaw.
EV parking. It's all very nice to have it, but I don't think you can call it visitor one, because only certain people have EV cars to use it, and there ought to be some sort of change in the notation that anybody can park there, possibly. Otherwise, you're just going to have a load of people that can't park there and are visitors. It's a creepage thing, but I think it's going to come to an issue, especially in an estate like this.
So in Catherine's notes, my reading of it is that there is no EV parking for visitor parking.
Sorry, say again?
My reading of it is that there isn't any EV parking for visitor parking.
Yeah.
All the houses now have EV points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right then.
It's an ongoing. So if you have a visitor who needs to charge that light, you have to move the cost.
Yeah, quite right too. Yes. What's wrong with that? Okay then.
Because with some of the roads are too narrow, some of the points on highways like they, where you've got double-deck dumping, there this is the road space to move on to.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? So with Roger's points in mind, I propose that we oppose these changes on the chart. I think.
Well, there was a Paul and
Oh, right, sorry.
I mean, whether there is any support, I've had a second there.
Yeah, Lucy seconded.
Lucy seconded calling it in, sorry, yeah. Okay, so we vote on that and we're going to call it in. All those in favour? And against? And abstentions? Three. Okay. So I think that's carried. So 7 in favour. 1 against, 3 abstentions. So that's. But do we also then, in that case, oppose it as well anyway on the grounds? Roger's,
I think you need to, you can't just answer the call.
yeah,
You need to
yeah,
pay that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, my main point is question of validity, but then we've got, like everybody else has mentioned, the quality of. It's basically the standard of the development, isn't it? It's very important, something we'd be expecting.
So I've got written down, and if I've missed any of, please let me know. The validity of the application, chimneys, the refuse collection, blindness of tenure, which is linked to the materials used, and the solid fencing, which will impact on the hedgerow. So what were the other points? I'm sure there were some.
Halfway.
We say doing collections, you just mentioned bin collections.
Yeah, refuse collection.
And noting the highways officer's comment,
Yeah,
adverse comment.
okay, in that case. I propose that we oppose it on those grounds. Taking into consideration that Councillor Roger Newell had written in his correspondence with you, Paula. Seconder, Roger, yeah. All those in favour of opposing? Those against? And abstentions? Abstentions, no against. Okay, thank you very much for that. Next thing we got is long way down. Bolton Park Footbridge Maintenance Agreement. So this is the ongoing saga of the Bolton Park Bridge removal, and it's part of the right way diversion process. Buckingham Council require that the Town Council agree to maintain our footbridge, which we've been doing for years anyway. The recommendation is that members agree the attached maintenance agreement for the footbridge in Bolton Park between the Town Council and Buckingham Council. Councillor Sturchbury.
I would say that it's a council task. Just say that we'll have to sign it. It just seemed rather childish or difficult that we're having to tell them that we'll maintain something that we always maintain. And perhaps they'll do the same agreements on their own bridges when we get to it. So ask them if they're going to maintain them, whether they have similar agreements on all their bridges. I would imagine it's just custom and practice that they are maintained. But obviously they don't trust us to maintain our own property, so they're asking us to maintain it. So we'll just have to say yes, won't we? And in 30 years' time, we'll probably have to replace it.
Anybody else? I propose that we accept the recommendation. Seconded by Councillor Marie. All those in favour? That's unanimous. Thank you very much. And I think that brings to the end this part of the meeting. Chair's announcements. Thank you. So I was just going back to the top of the agenda. Chair's announcements. We've got the band jam on Sunday. So hope to see lots and lots of councillors there helping out, enjoying themselves. There'll be list picking exercises and clearing up to do during the evening and at the end of the evening, and that all helps. I'm planning to hold a raffle. It's one of the occasions that we're allowed to collect for the Mayor's charities. So I'm going to have a raffle, which I've got a few prizes lined up for already, so if anybody wishes to contribute anything for that, that would be quite nice. And then next week, we've got, excuse me. Next week, we've got the unveiling of the new artwork, which is on the side of this wall, which I'm very excited about. I think that's about everything. We need to, full council next meeting, Monday, 20th of September, interim on Monday, the 13th of October. So we need to resolve now to go into private session. All those in favour?